We done with all the socials?
Yes, but now I'd have to message specific people who have requested me to tell them, aka close friends.
Well, in that case, hello, and welcome to Smoochie Playing in Raccoon City Zombies. I'm Christopher.
And I'm Rhiannon. That's me. I'm that part of the Smoochie Playing.
Yeah.
And we do this.
We do this thing where we are cute and we play video games together.
Yeah.
Tonight, it is Resident Evil 2 Remake, followed up by some Horizon Zero Dawn. We've been doing that for the last couple nights. It's working out. We were playing Fear, and I started to hate it. And so we stopped playing Fear because I didn't want to.
If it doesn't bring you joy, don't do it.
Heck no.
Cosmics!
Hello, Cosmics. If you see what we do, and it turns out you like what we do, you could always help us out. Go over to our Twitter, give us a follow, throw our stuff in other people's faces whenever we go live. We tweet it out every single time.
Yep, I'm good on staying top about that.
If you or any of the people whose faces you throw our stuff in want to support us more directly, financially, you could go over to our Ko-fi. Throw us a tip, throw us a donation. Make our lives a little easier.
These are other options.
Cosmic did not enjoy being tested and coming back home caught in the rain. No, that sounds like a bad day. I'm sorry that you went through that.
Yeah, it's doubly downer. I hope the test, though, that because I remember you talking about it. Oh gosh, that caught on my thing from the last stream. That you were worried that you weren't going to be able to, or might have to quarantine and stuff. So I'm glad you were able at least to get it out of the way.
Woke up, got tested, got back home, went back to sleep. Ugh. Bad times had by all. Did you get the test results back already, or is it going to be a minute?
Yeah, I
Or
know
you
in
probably
Europe.
need to get tested again in 2 weeks. Just in case.
Yeah,
Thank you for the lurk, Zai.
appreciate
Get the
it.
results tomorrow. No, alright.
It's 24 hours? Okay. It still sucks you have to wait, but at least it's not like days, multiple days.
For sure. So, intro spiel satisfied, I do believe. We'll get back to the scaries.
Channels and YouTubes? I don't know if I said
I
you
put
posted-
YouTube's up. I did not
did?
put channels up. If you want to
You want me to do
do that,
I could do it.
that's fine with me.
I'm tighten these. I gotta reach weird. Ah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Here.
No,
It's
I'm
very
almost
uncomfortable.
done. I'm almost there. Hey, why isn't it typing the whole way?
Because you tapped in here.
Oh, it's because I'm wearing this long sleeve thing and it just touches everything. I have to be very pointed.
Very humid and too warm outside, so it is not helpful. Yeah, that wouldn't be. That's been plaguing me up until literally today. You can hit up those channels to see the stuff we do on our own channels, which is to say
Cosmic
Rihanna does
Science.
lots, Christopher does very little. You do not have to be done ranting, friendo. You keep going if you need
Rant.
to.
When you need
But
to.
yeah, our weather, after a rainy day yesterday, culminating in a freaking ridiculous thunderstorm, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
beautiful.
I loved watching the waviness of the water as it like whooshed through the air and on
Heck
the
yeah.
ground.
That we finally had our temperature break. And, gosh, it's been just beautiful today. Windows
Very
open the
nice
whole time. Beautiful, cool, and breezy. Dry as a bone, which I absolutely love. And windows open all day. No AC. It's been great.
Yeah,
It's my favorite time of year. This is why I love October. I just wish it didn't take half of October to start Octobering.
I really like it when the ACs aren't on.
Yeah.
And it's still cool though, because there's not that ambient hum noise that permeates my brain.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Speaking of opening the windows,
I
someone tried and failed. Oh, is that like a special wrist thingy that's flashing?
think so,
maybe?
yeah.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
There's a lot of terrible things going on in the city.
This is the least terrible thing you've seen today. I feel pretty
Yeah.
certain of that. Wow.
Yeah. That's
Look at the
thick glass.
detail inside it, though, with the fractures. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
Let's see the way the light shines through it. Look at that. Ah,
Ugh.
Well,
Law
thank you
Tsunami.
for the follow, Law Tsunami.
And
That's
the
much
host.
appreciated. Oh, and the host. Gosh.
Law Tsunami
Thank
is
you.
who I rated after Story Explorers.
Just yesterday.
They're a really cool
Oh, that's
person.
right.
We had a nice chat. Like, I don't often get hooked in people's chats because, you know, my way my brain works.
Mm-hmm.
But when I get hooked on something, it's always enjoyable.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming in and spreading the love
Much
here.
appreciated. How did the rest of that Rift Breakers stream go yesterday? I'm going to give you a shout out, speaking of.
Hell yeah. Use the magics. We want to boost folks that come in and support us.
I did not catch very much of your stream yesterday because I had to get on making food, but I definitely was enjoying what I did see.
And then I had to break away because I needed to do my post-stream stuff still. And then also for food.
We had a tasty pizza for dinner after that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty good pizza. It was homemade pizza. You made
Yeah.
it from scratch.
I sure did.
Um,
Could have been better. Still working on improvements, but
hey, that's, you know, try and error. The best food mages work from that experience. You know?
Yeah.
It's not all about just reading the spell in the tome. You gotta know how those spells work. Also, what is this? Is it that? Is that thing moving weird? Is there something behind you? It's in here somewhere, doing things.
I don't know what's happening or why the music's getting sinister because I don't see
Yeah.
any enemies.
Yeah.
It's freaking me out.
Yeah, it's making it even more freaky that there's nothing happening, yet there's the sinister music.
All I got is brown rice and canned foods for the next couple weeks. Hey, a little bit of creativity and a few herbs or spices. You can make some pretty amazing stuff out of just those few ingredients. It's gotta be this guy, right?
I'm wondering, yeah, maybe it was just like to look at it, or there's something on the other side of this here that we can't see.
I understand that if
Very much understand.
I'm... The funny thing is we don't even spend that much money on food, but if I didn't have like the fresh ingredients and the stuff that I need to make proper meals, because I love to cook, like it's a really, really important thing to me, and if I didn't have access to that and we were basically just eating like mac and cheese and stuff all the time,
Yeah,
oh my
hi,
gosh,
childhood.
yeah, exactly.
All of like top ramen, like every day that was at least one meal was a packet of top ramen.
Though I did get a job locked in, congratulations.
Oh, nice.
So it won't be
Congrats.
this way for long. Just got to struggle for a couple weeks is all. Yeah, that sucks to be in that position, but I'm really glad that you're finding your way out of it. I'm having a lot of trouble with that myself right now.
Yeah.
I've been without like a proper like sustain us job for over a year now. The job that I had in that time in between was just barely getting by. Like,
And then when I moved in, that contributed to some expenses because it's double the food, double the water.
your savings also got us through the last 4 months.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I mean, it's...
But I only had that savings because of my situation of being in Berlin.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And so even that only lasts so long. Which is why I'm really happy that those that donate on Ko-fi and Patreon, you know, especially Yoho, take that time to help
Throw me a
out.
link to the job opportunity. It's work from home. Yeah, please. Absolutely. Feel free.
Ooh, yes,
I
yes.
will... You have any idea, like, what the pay range is, or...
Also, I think we have to do exclamation permit to allow Law of Tsunami to put the link in
Oh,
here.
okay.
But they're looking for it because... Like, wait until they confirm they're ready and then we'll... Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Feel free. Either one of us, Death or Roland for him and Rihanna underscore Elf for me. That's a much easier. And thank you. Anything to be more accessible for work from home stuff
For sure.
is a great thing.
What's the actual job? What's the work doing? Yeah, 15 an hour is what I was making at my last... The job I've had up until last month. But it was 34 hours max a week, and that was like really scraping by. I mean, 1650 full time. If that would get us by and allow me not to have to go back to an actual office again, I'd be okay with that. Honestly, like
Supplement with what I make through my streaming that covers food. Like no matter what, the support I have now will always have food, and that's nice. But unfortunately, rent is a thing. Same.
point of contact for insurance claims via Liberty Mutual. Fine, fine. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I'm not. My major thing has been, for one, like definitely trying to limit exposure to like other people as much as possible, because the whole we're still in a fucking pandemic thing. Which none of y'all don't know, right? So I'm not going to get into it. It sucks and is a shitty situation, but like just the particular kind of work that I've been doing for the last most of a decade is not for me, and I've got enough experience in it that if I like had any idea how to write a decent resume, I'm sure that I wouldn't have had this much trouble finding one of those jobs again. Yeah, agree.
Also, what kind of chips, Cosmics? I need to know. I have the food desire for knowledge of food, always.
But yeah, so I've been looking for, I mean, pretty much anything at this point, but, you know, if I had to go back to doing what I had been doing for a while, or semi-permanently, if it was, God, just any variation. If I just can be not a bookkeeper anymore, please, that would be real cool. If I never had to file anybody else's fucking sales taxes again, that would rule. That would really be so cool to not have to do that anymore. Like, that's an annoying level of responsibility to have when, you know, you're dealing with a company that operates in like 15 different states, but super sporadically. So there's like, it's hard to figure out a routine there, and especially when like you didn't know about most of that stuff when you got hired, and you didn't find out until you'd been there for a year and a half that you were supposed to have been doing it this whole time, because we've never done a job in North Carolina since I've been here, and your predecessor left you nothing in the way of like a schedule or blah blah blah. I shouldn't rant. It's been a long time since I had to do that kind of work. I just really don't want to do it again.
Yeah. And then there's folks like me, like I have disability stuff that keeps me from a lot of jobs. And so this is kind of like the only thing I can really do sustainably that I have fun in doing and the ability to do. So I relate with Law Tsunami, like having to like, you can't focus on full time because you have to do a job that pays to cover what you need immediately.
Yeah.
And so you like kind of slowly like transition into it.
Which, if you can't really throw all of your free time at it, you basically have no opportunity for growth. And so, like, you can't do that. You basically have to be lucky enough to be in a position to already be financially secure enough that you don't have to worry that much about work, and you can, like, really throw yourself full time into streaming to have any chance at it at all. And even then it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, it feels like the streamers that are most successful have all the free time already, so they already had the security, and yet they get more support financially because they have more
exposure.
Yeah, and so it's the inverse of what it should be. The folks that want to do it and could, you know, be really great at it, and if they just had that more visibility and time put into it, they could use that financial stability the most, aren't getting it because of the situation. It's there's my rant.
Frustrating.
We're all ranty today. This is a ranty stream.
Yeah.
No.
There it is.
Oh, what was it? I missed
There's
it.
the sound.
Oh, it was a gurgly sound too.
It's a plant
Plant zombie. Hey, Planty. Oh gosh, it's got like. And battery health is level low. Oh no, we didn't charge the controller. Should we pause it real quick and get the charger out?
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
What happened?
Gosh.
Oh jeez.
You got caught on a corner. There's some vines in
Here's
your way.
the door. That's what I was looking for.
Whew.
You're not gonna try to come on through? My rant would basically be the same, so I feel you. Yeah.
Solidarity in rantiness.
Yes.
It's important to feel like others can understand your situation. Because it makes it not as hard. Like that episode of People Watching. Oh, he moved fast.
The non-religious confessional.
Yeah. The non-religious confessional, an awesome episode. If y'all want to go watch something that's really awesome, go look up People Watching. It's on YouTube for free. And especially, I think it was episode 2 for the
yes,
non-religious.
correct.
They're all awesome episodes in their own right. But
It's a great show.
does it just teleport back to? Oh no, it just. Oh gosh! Darn it!
2 knives.
Yeah, that's right. So will we get both back if we?
I
kill
really
him?
hope so. I honestly just want to save a good chunk of money to be able to focus on streaming and such, but ADHD and saving money don't go together.
Yeah.
Same.
Wow.
You ain't wrong.
Oh no.
Go down already.
Yeah, this thing is tough. I mean, it must be a hardy plant that it was infused with.
We did get both knives
those
back. Nice.
Yay.
God, that used a lot of them though.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
I
still
suppose
playing
it's actually
music.
dead. ADHD and most things don't go well together.
Yeah.
It really,
we're
really
brain
isn't
teleporty.
awesome. And the thing is, among the number of things I could totally go off about all the time, most of the time is the kind of idea that these things wouldn't necessarily be considered the disabilities that they are if it weren't for like the current systemic issues that make them so detrimental to like a normal functioning life.
Our experience isn't included into the mainstream, so we're not thought of even. We're like an afterthought for how we function.
Mm-hmm. It's just everything's been designed from the ground up for a very particular type of neurotype. Yeah, a way brains function, and it's annoying to know. The more time goes, the more we understand that there are like way the fuck more of us than anybody ever previously suspected.
Mm-hmm.
That masking has been such a big part of like how those statistics get skewed in the allistic favor or in the neurotypical favor, I guess. It's like a really, really effective way of erasing anything that just happens not to agree with the way that's best for certain people to make shitloads of money.
Hey, capitalism ruins everything.
So weird. So weird.
That's what it all boils down
And the
to.
thing is, it genuinely is a coincidence. It's not like it was intentionally designed not to include, certain types of people. It's just like whatever made the people who had the most money even more money than they already had was the way things got instituted because of how they lobby, how they own politicians and legislators. Mm-hmm. It's not like those particular interests specifically set out to like fuck over neurodivergent folks. It just so happens that like there's so much about the way our brains work that is inherently antithetical to the way they think things are supposed to work.
Uh-oh. Did we mean to dispense a solution?
No, but it's probably for the better. Let's hope.
I don't know. Seems like this place... Like... dispersal cartridge. What if we made it, like, have more power juice now? Here you go.
Well, we needed this container so that we can take it into a different lab and synthesize the thing that kills off all these plants.
So maybe we should try our best to avoid fighting the plant zombies, because won't they die too?
That's probably a good idea. But plants...
Plants are great.
That's maybe a good idea. I will attempt this. Because we already went through, seriously, like 20 rounds killing that one thing.
It normally takes, like, what? 5 to 10 rounds on a normal zombie?
I also missed, like, half my shots.
Okay.
So it wasn't, like, the issue was not so much with how many rounds it took to kill, but how many rounds I failed to put in its head. It did take more than a normal zombie, though. Just kidding, these plants are bad. I mean, I don't know, they look pretty alright to me. They're really pretty. Except for the one that killed the dude
The
over
plant
there.
zombies are bad.
Yeah. That plant, not awesome. I disagree with this plant on most things. On moral grounds. I think it's probably not got its plant head on straight.
Well, I mean, we don't know the whole situation. What was the guy doing to it before that happened? Maybe it was self-defense. Like, I imagine... Oh, it's got that guttural clicky sound that's terrifying. If I was a sentient plant, or became a sentient plant, like I was just a regular plant, right? And through experimentations of humans, I gained sentience and then realized, oh gosh, my whole existence is just for you to experiment on me, I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah. No, that would suck.
But at the same time, I guess, like, killing everything else just 'cause you're bad at humans, so kill all humans? That never is the answer. I wonder if you can shoot those, like, orange things on its chest area and they explode or something. I feel like they're highlighted in a way. Oh! That works. Ah, but there's another one. See, I'm kind of curious about the spore bits. Probably not, though, huh? I bet they're just decorative. Oh.
I gotta stop this. Because I am totally burning through my ammo. You're right. I should just avoid. Let's try running and see what happens. I know, like, that's the play you're supposed to play, like, OG Resident Evil. Run by more things than you actually, like, fight, because fighting is almost always just gonna get you your ass handed to you, or burn through resources crazy fast, and then you won't have them when you need them when it comes time to face off against the bigger batters. That's not going to be a problem. Surely. Oh, what's happening with you, buddy?
You're very bulbous.
I am glad I hopped in. Listening here is very comfy. I feel like I'm hanging on the couch with y'all and just comf.
Oh, I'm happy to provide
We super agree. That's kind of the thing we wanted this channel to be, was us just hanging out, having a good time, being chill, on our literal couch, which is very comfy.
Yes.
And hopefully having a good time with folks.
Good talks and good gaming.
Yeah. And occasionally ranting about how capitalism ruins everything.
It does!
Even though we've got a separate channel dedicated solely to that as an idea.
It's in the works.
Yeah, it's a thing we'll maybe pull the trigger on. We're not sure exactly how to, like, pull it off.
We've got ideas.
Like, is it the kind of thing that we, like, if we relied on... I mean, if we just get into any amount of conversation at all, like, with people, it almost always comes back around to, like, systemic critique.
Yeah, but I think that's important to talk, you know?
Oh, I do too. No, what I'm saying is... Oh, okay, wait, hold on. I was thinking about, like, how we get a particular stream started. Like, what do we even talk about? Do we come prepared with a list of topics that maybe are feeling most important right this moment? Or would it be kind of like user-generated sort of thing where we...
My idea was user-generated because it's like people would come in and be like, so capitalism ruins everything, huh? Well, what about this? How does capitalism ruin this? And then we take the time to research live and, you know, use our own knowledge that we have about things and just, like, share the knowledge and get people towards a collective action, you know? Like saying, hey, this thing you like, that you're saying, oh, how could it have ruined this? I love this thing. We'll say, well... Look at what goes into that. Look at where it comes from and who it's supporting when you enjoy that thing. Like, oh gosh, music is a big example there. Any art, like streaming as an art. Like, think of all of the recent Twitch stuff that's been going down where, like, the hashtag Twitch do better and all that. You can't do things for the sole enjoyment because you gotta make a living profit-wise. So therefore, your art starts to become shaped by the necessity of your survival tied into that. So ultimately, it ruins your art because you have to do things a certain way in order to survive, rather than just doing the thing you want to do. So that's one example there. I think I'm brain teleporting a little bit.
You super are.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain teleportation match.
Well, Tsunami agrees, but yeah, no, like, we're not exactly starving for topics. It's just like the...
Well, that would be the engagement aspect of,
well,
like,
hopefully it
people
would,
to
but
wanna know more.
That would require an established base, though, and for us to be served up to strangers by the algorithm, basically.
How
to generate things that way. Whereas just starting, even if we've got some portion of your existing following, well, we're not going to have a whole lot of pushback, I think, from most of those people, because a lot of them are already on a similar page.
Well, yeah, so then we could do a combination, like when new folks come in.
Well, but what I was going to say was, it doesn't really seem to matter that much as far as all of that goes, because it's basically inevitable with every conversation we have with anybody, as long as we have like a slightly long enough conversation, a relevant topic always seems to come up.
Yeah.
So it kind of like ends up being a springboard, whether they meant for it to or not. Cosmics, that's a good call. Tsunami streams are rad. Again, I assume from the like 15 minutes of that one I watched.
But you can usually like get a good vibe about a streamer if you just sit, even if you're just working.
I didn't want to sound like I was super experienced with them when I'm not. But
at the same time, acknowledge what you have experienced.
Support, damn it, support.
Yeah.
That happens a lot on my streams as well. If you've seen any of them where I'm hanging with my Final Fantasy XIV guild, it frequently turns into impromptu podcasting.
Neat.
That's a thing with us, for sure. Same with me and my sister and brother-in-law. We
have some thoughts.
Yeah, that's another one to check out if you want. They don't really get too much into it in their streams these days, but WHST Gaming here on Twitch, or we have some thoughts on YouTube. I have not been active with them as like a project in a while, in too long, really, that I can't really say that I'm part of We Have Some Thoughts anymore, technically. Although, I mean, if we did want to jump back into it, they would in a heartbeat. I just haven't felt up to it. I've had a lot else going on. It's also exhausting to edit like 4 hours worth of conversation into a usable like podcast / YouTube video form.
As someone who edits weekly through 3 to 6 hours, depending on how long we played, I understand.
Yeah. Herbicide synthesis. Plant 43 herbicide synthesis. Place an empty cartridge into the solution dispenser. Add the required amount of UMB number 21. Cool immediately. Plant 43 exhibits astounding growth. If something unfortunate were to occur, it may be hard to control. In the event of an unforeseen incident, manufacture the herbicide using the instructions above in order to minimize damage. So we don't have UMB number 21, do we? We gotta go find that from somewhere else, huh? Do we even have this? No, we got it. So we need to go. Okay, this is one of those whole things.
What one whole thing?
Okay, you see the symbols on the top there? The two little things?
Those like Tetris-y shaped
Yes,
bits?
Exactly.
So, like, I guess we gotta wander through zombie plantos. Plant zombos, there we go. Plazombos?
No.
No? Okay.
You're not gonna get a portmanteau out of this one, I don't think. So, but we need to input the first two of those symbols. So, back in the first room where we entered this planty place from,
I took a screenshot with my brain, so I have the visual in my head, if you need me to keep that on reference.
There was a terminal where we had to enter 4 symbols, that they were these kinds of symbols, so we got to find the other half of this to input in that terminal, and I guess get this thing unlocked, which for some reason happens from a different room. That's cool adventure game logic, I love it. So then we go to a completely different room to pick up the synthesis, the reagent, I guess, that we need to turn to synthesize the actual herbicide.
To get to killing those plant zombos. I'll stop trying to mix plant and zombo. It's up there. Good thing they don't go through the doors.
This thing right here.
A plant wouldn't know what a door is.
So is that, and then was it this one or
and
that
then
one?
oh yeah,
I
the
mean, it
thickness.
looks, I guess,
looks pretty
thicker.
thick. And then we could try. It doesn't hurt to try others, right? Like if we do so many wrong, it's not gonna like penalize us, right? They're talking about Final Fantasy stuff. I don't know which Final Fantasy it was. Which
14.
one? 14. That's the online one, right?
That's one of the two online ones, yeah.
Okay.
11 was the other one. The first one, that was an MMO. And then 14 was also an MMO.
I have not yet to check it out. I haven't been really big on MMOs.
I never have either.
But you never know if there's that one thing that scratches your brain itch.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try do random ones for the last two, so we can totally skip. Ah, there's a lot of them. Error.
All right,
Yeah,
well.
might be take two. It'd probably be easier to just go find it.
It's so funny, like, hearing other people talk in any amount of depth about an MMO that you're not familiar with. Like, there are so many words that it's like, are you... This is a different language, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
it
think
does
I
seem
need
like a
to
different
study
language.
more, whatever that language is. I clearly, like, have a gap in my knowledge.
I remember, like, the first time playing World of Warcraft being like that. Everyone's talking about, like, all the different ways of, like, leading and kiting and all these words that they use to describe a aspect of doing something in the game. And I was just like, huh? I don't know these things. Oh, hey.
Oh, wait, that's an entirely different thing.
F line L's F.
F lines L's F.
F lines L's F. Go. Go.
Oh, shit.
Run past it before
It's
I
okay,
get
it's fine. Fuck you! Get away from me!
Oh, it has a reach!
Why does it have a reach?
I don't know, but we can't get that knife back now unless we kill it.
Ah!
Oh. F lines L's F.
Okay, thanks. Good. Glad it's okay with you, the computer. Plant zombie used thorn whip.
I like that spell. I use that with my my druid.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon. Or don't. I shouldn't apologize for my body noises.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Please, y'all, study this map and, admire it.
And I don't know, give me words. Tell me more about the Tetris language, says Cosmics.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this Final Fantasy stuff. I mean, I've always enjoyed the stories of Final Fantasy for the bits that I have seen. I've played through most of 10. I got Inside of Sin and then distracted by other games and therefore never finished it. Right? The very end. I think I've seen some of 9. I know 7's the one a lot of people talk about. And 8, I think, was with Squall.
Yeah.
Which I know some-ish about. But other than that, my knowledge of Final Fantasy is lacking. Oh no, Final Fantasy Tactics! That was one also that I played through a little bit of, but never finished. Final Fantasy 15 is the best, I agree, says Cosmics.
I disagree. I want that to be the best one. Oh, 14, not 15.
Ooh! Sorry, my Roman numeral-ness was not good there. So we need to go back where we came, and there's a ladder now available.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to get past 2 plant zombies. We might have to go through the middle to get around them.
Tsunami, I agree. I really, really wish... Okay, for one thing, I mean, the whole end sequence was incredibly, incredibly rushed, and it's just one of those times where it's super obvious they just weren't able to finish the game. And I thought that was really sad. I also wish that they didn't go the usual Final Fantasy route of eventually, for some reason, the heroes need to be heroes. The heroes need to save the world. That's like the thing in every JRPG ever, but like... I would have loved that game so very, very much if, even if there'd been the backdrop of the conflict that existed, the war that was happening, if they had just let it be. Yes, okay, that, exactly. I wish they would have just stuck to Road Trip with the Bros or modern Final Fantasy. That's my thing. If it was just a Road Trip with the Bros and, like, the whole thing was get to place, do wedding, and the whatever adventures happen along the way, I would have loved that so much without the stakes escalation. Like, let the armies handle the war, I guess. We didn't need to get directly involved, and there didn't need to be the time skip and all the weirdness. Like, I would have loved it so much if they had kept it a little tighter and a little bit more focused and just let it be a road trip and a wedding. And, like, maybe have a normal happy ending instead of a weird, maybe things are kind of better now, or maybe they suck happy ending, like, is also a typical thing with Final Fantasy.
It was ambiguous with the ending, is what you're saying? Is that the right word?
Well, that is the right word for the thing you mean, I think, but it's not necessarily what I'm saying. If they kept it more low-key personal stuff like they did in the beginning, I would have loved it. Yes, exactly. I agree completely. I feel like maybe they just had a lot of scope issues with that game. Like, they never were 100% sure on what kind of game they were making, and it ended up being a weird mashup of all kinds of different things, and none of them were really fully fleshed out. Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Also, such a ridiculously long development. I'm sure there were. Gosh. Okay, I usually hate product placement, but the whole cup noodles thing, I was genuinely kind of into. Even though I hate cup noodles, like as a product, I think it's not good. It's bad ramen. But like, it was so absurd that I couldn't help but find it kind of funny and endearing because it has no place in that world whatsoever. Like, it doesn't make any sense, and I kind of loved it. Like, there was a whole quest dedicated to going and getting whatever your favorite ingredient was. I think I did the something egg. Corporate, but at least they do their best to, like, be a consistent story. Yeah.
Development hell happened. Okay, I think there's one. They tend to go back to where they were standing, right? Like,
There he is.
but there's a second one somewhere. I don't know if it's farther down the line, or if that's the one that was further down the line that moved, and there's one to the right.
Down there is where I need to go. So if maybe I could flashbang that one and run by it.
Well, there's a middle section you could go through to get around and take a left down there.
But if there's that one other one right there, then that could be risky. But if it's
Just-
not right there, it's probably down there.
You can
where
look
it
through the
started.
window. Go back into the room.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And
It's
then
totally
see.
a window. You see him?
Doesn't look to be there. So I
Wait,
think.
has that even been announced? 16? And do we know anything about it?
Tell us more.
Because I haven't heard a word. Not that I've been paying particular attention. Like,
Yeah, one of those ones where if you stumble across it, you're like, oh, rad. I'll learn about this right now. But not like super following like me and anything Pokemon.
yeah. The development team that worked on 14 is on it. Is it also an MMO?
They hopping on the MMO bandwagon, and now all the games are only going to be MMO.
Naoki Yoshida is the director on
Single
14 is the producer. Nope, single player. Interesting. So is it do we know anything like mechanics wise? Is it gonna retain the Kingdom Hearts inspired combat, or I mean I don't assume we're going back to menu based combat anytime soon. I would like to see 15's combat system like fleshed out a little bit more, developed a little further. That would be kind of neat. I mean, I hope that what they do is basically they make every new Final Fantasy game play exactly like 7 Remake. The battle developer of DMC5, whoa. Seeing how Yakuza Like a Dragon did with turn-based, I think it could work, but it has to be different. I haven't played that game, but I'm definitely interested in it, and I get really pretty tired of JRPGs pretty quickly because of the plotting pace. Like, random encounters, turn-based battles, they can work. And turn-based battles can be fun when they're, like, very fast, snappy, and dynamic, like in a Persona game. I enjoy those.
Thank you, Cosmics.
Yes,
for sharing
that
the
would be
trailer.
rad.
Then we can watch it after the stream and find out more.
And seeing what I've seen, just a footage of Like a Dragon, I want to play that. I haven't played any Yakuza games, but I think I've got like 3 of them on PC through Humble Monthly. Every time I've seen any clip of any of the ridiculous stuff that happens in any Yakuza game, I'm like, damn, why haven't I played a Yakuza game yet? And Like a Dragon looks especially interesting. Like, they did some very weird, interesting. I've said the word interesting 3 times in 30 seconds.
Highlights that you're interested.
Yes. I will. You know what? I'll wish list that one. Actually, I should keep that in mind because every time it's brought up, I'm like, damn, I need to check that out, and I always forget to. I don't have any Microsoft things, so I don't know about Game Pass.
You have to pay monthly to get access to the games that they offer for those that have the Game Pass. It's like with PlayStation Plus, I guess, where you get free games just for having paid the monthly subscription thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty
It's available on PC. Oh yeah, right, because Microsoft. I
Oh,
guess it would be.
oh, okay.
Going for it.
All right. Keep going. Keep going. No, not that way. Go straight down. I meant straight down and then to the right or left. Left.
I know.
Oh,
but
God.
this one's gonna grab me.
Oh,
No!
I'm sorry. We've lost both our
Literally.
knives.
Damn it! At least we haven't lost any
Oh,
health.
there's a second one there. There's so many in here.
There's 3 of them, I think.
I hope they can't use ladders.
Well, okay. Here's my objection to that. It's not that I don't want it or I don't think it would be pretty cool, but I'm already on Humble's monthly plan, and I've been grandfathered in because I was on Humble Choice before that, so I get all of the games instead of the 10 that most people get. So there's that one, and PlayStation Plus subscriber, and Nintendo Switch Online subscriber. I probably, especially in my current state of financial destitution, would be very irresponsible to go subscribe to another thing.
You know what we should do for your extra Humble Bumble keys of the games that you don't end up wanting?
Oh, yeah.
We should give those out as rewards for our channel.
That's
here.
not a
Like,
bad idea.
That
And
way they get
speaking of
used.
which, because I haven't had much success in getting rid of it, in my in last month's Humble Monthly bundle, they had a key for a game called Heaven's Vault, which I already have. I already have on Steam. If anybody would be interested, Heaven's Vault. It's by the same people who made 80 Days. It's this whole like sci-fi linguist slash archaeologist simulator is not exactly the right word, but you go around to like different settlements and different sites on different planets to maybe it's all on the same planet, it doesn't matter. Ancient civilization, you have to like piece together their language, and you've got like different potential meanings for individual words based on context, and so yeah, right. It's very interesting. It's well written. Characters are cool. Art style is beautiful, and the like language figure-outy stuff is, I find, very compelling. And I'm trying like hell to give it away because somebody else needs to play this game, and I already have it. So, Law of Tsunami, if you're interested, you can totally hit me with a DM on Steam. I will gladly give you the key.
Can you only give the...
I'm sorry, DM on Discord, not Steam.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not what I meant to say. Either or, really.
What I'll try to do, I'm gonna put a note in my phone for our Google Keep for Smoochie Fixin'. Would that be a place to put it? Maybe we should name it something else. Smoochie Doin'.
Smoochie doing.
Yeah. Just as a reminder to collect all those keys and set up some sort of way to give them out to folks. Probably through the Discord, maybe? Do you think? Or should we do it through our Twitter and be like... Just a way to get them out there.
It'll reach more people on Discord than anywhere else.
Okay.
Cosmics. Oh, the game it's called Heaven's Vault. And it's a cool, unusual adventure game about like language deciphering in a like sci-fi setting that's also kind of sort of like the civilization whose language you're trying to decrypt. What is it? Ancient Egypt? Or some other vaguely Middle Eastern kind of place? Hey, more thick gunpowder. I will go ahead and just combine that with the other gunpowder right away. And get 51 rounds out of it. Hot
What
damn.
heck? Nice. We gotta keep
Oh,
that
that
in
is
mind.
just a wonderful thing to have happened to me now. Oh, wait, we've already gone through all our high-powered ammo. Why am I using the shitty gun? I should be using the gooder gun.
Research
The map
northeast
of the
area.
place where we are.
If I doesn't know, we'll do later. Figure out how we want to disseminate those keys.
Oh, right, yeah. Circuit breaker in the nap room. We haven't been able to do that yet because I tried shooting it with the zap gun and that super didn't work. Senior staff PC? I didn't see that.
I didn't either. We gotta go back and check it out. I guess.
Yeah, next time we're in the control room, we'll hop back there and look because we did kill the one horrible zombie in here.
You know, I bet it's one of those things where we can't access it because we don't have a senior staff key card thingy, wristband card scanny bit.
Well, I didn't even see it as an interactable object. Gets so many games to play that I won't buy it. But damn it, look good. I put it on my wish list. Nice. Yeah, same. I mean, about having too many games to play, I've definitely built myself so many games that I haven't played that I have purged the idea of a backlog from my cognition.
No typing. No problem.
Yeah, it's fine.
I said no typing. That's not what I meant.
Like it's basically like if I have a particular itch or I see a thing that sparks my attention in the moment that I'm like, hey, I've been meaning to give that a shot, I'll give it a shot. And then I give it a shot. And if it snags me hard enough that I play any more of it, cool. If not, then I just gauge how likely I am to play it again in the near future. And if that's generally not likely, I just uninstall it. I've got too little time and too little attention span to like try to force myself to enjoy something that wasn't immediately grabbing me. And if that means like returning to some of the same games over and over again, like No Man's Sky, like I have in the last week, it's like
Yeah.
got enough new stuff that I haven't experienced yet, combined with an old comfort that I don't know. No Man's Sky is a particular game. Not much else is like it, and it scratches the right itches. It makes me go, ooh, this is nice. And if I never actually make a full run through it again, it doesn't matter. Because what I'm playing right now, I'm really enjoying. And if I never build up a giant base or, you know, complete the main story quest again, it's fine. It's completely fine. Because I wasn't in this to finish it. I was in it because I was enjoying it at the time. If that diminishes, or if something else just catches my attention in the interim, it's fine. Like, I don't need to guilt myself like I did years ago when I would not finish a game I had or had been playing and pretty sure I'd been enjoying just because whatever reason it was that I stopped playing it. Like, I don't need to justify that shit. I don't need to like feel bad about not experiencing the full scope of somebody else's hard work if it's just not what's doing it for me right now. Like,
yeah, taking it at your own pace, like Law of Tsunami says.
mm-hmm.
And Cosmic's getting through more of
Oh,
Death Stranding.
I want Graveyard Keeper.
I don't know what that is. Tell me.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Cool. You just go around making sure
You're
the
Graveyard Keeper.
It's all good.
So it's a Graveyard Keeper sim. Tsunami, you've played it. I haven't. Feel free to elaborate more. I think it looks really cool. I also love Clifford. Hi, Mr. Gunny.
Gunny! Hello, I don't know you, but we're happy to get to know you.
How you doing? Having a good night? We hope.
We're talking about games in general, not the one that we're playing. Because how our brains work, we flow with what brings us joy.
Heck yeah.
And I'm going to flow to the restroom.
Whoa.
And then produce a different flow. And then be back. BRP, y'all.
I won't. I'll be staying here and keeping y'all company in the interim. Okay, so I got given the role of Grindelwald. Yes, that's true. Fantastic Beasts movie because of what happened with Johnny Depp, and he did not want it for a while because he felt he would cheat Johnny. I just want more Death Stranding. Oh gosh. Oh, what happened to this plant? It's bleeding everywhere. Mass is good, people. I get the feeling, that same feeling. Also, he seems like a solid human. Do we know if the director's cut does anything for like the story presentation? Because that was another one that felt kind of rushy toward the ending, and I got no major complaints. I love that game, but there was that like whole like expository bit with Deadman. Like the major portions of the story were only filled in like en route back to, what was it, Lake Knot? Like at the very end of the game, through that horrible endless timefall. I really need to see Hannibal. I think I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of it, and I was loving it, and I don't know why I didn't continue with it. But I love Mads Mikkelsen. I've always been a big fan of like Hannibal Lecter as a character. I love that interpretation of the character. The show was really well done, and I just did not finish it. I don't know why. I need to put that on the Smoochie Watch on the list, actually, because that's a major blind spot for me, is that particular show. This music is making me feel things. They're not great. This apparently dead body is making me feel other not great things. Although at least it's probably a normal zombie if it's a zombie, which is better than the last few things I tried to kill and failed to kill. What is this? A trophy. Does this say Guac Institute? It's a guacamole trophy? That sounds like... Oh no. Trophy in the shape of a DNA helix. So it's an avocado DNA sequencing trophy. Oh, that was cool. It is the Guac Institute, though. Innovation Award. Genetics. Umbrella Corporation. Where the guacamole? Mod check? Yeah, Guac Institute. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Certain horror movies are series, but not all of them, although I did enjoy Zombie Season 1. Sorry, Tsunami, what mod check? Did you get a message held up and I'm not seeing it? I'm viewing this on a teeny tiny little netbook where we have chat popped out on it and zoomed way in, so...
Guac Institute? We're gonna get some guacamole?
That's what we were just talking about.
Bear B, gotta go still to the kitchen. You want anything, my love?
No thank you.
Alright.
Modcheck is a better TTV emote. Oh, okay. That explains why I'm seeing it in text. I forgot. I don't have BTCV installed. The extension installed on this netbook. Forgot about that. I don't have that one on here, and I forgot to put the pronouns extension on here. I gotta... We have a list for this for a reason. I should stop forgetting to add things to it.
Right? That's the whole, like thing of, like, when people recommend to people with ADHD brains, they say, just put it on a sticky note or list or whatever. Well, heck, there's another layer of remembering to check a list or to put it on there. Like, we got many barriers to push through to get that.
BTTV extension on netbook. Pronouns extension on netbook. Okay. Now that I've written it down, I'm more likely to think about it when one of those words or words related to them crosses my mind in the near future. And then I'll just hop over and do it, hopefully. I mean, we'll find out. Oh, hey, another code.
What kind of... Do you need me to come over there and memorize it? It's a shape one. I can memorize it a lot easier.
Oh, no. I mean, you can if you want to, but I got this.
Alright. L's thin line, squares thick line.
Anything else about the guac troph?
It's a really cool, like, double helix effect going on there that makes my brain happy.
I know, right?
It's
That's why I
got-
keep staring at it. I'm like, this is pleasant. Let me see
Yeah,
if I can
'cause
straighten
the-
it back up again here.
Also the combination of the
Oop,
reflective
there
bits
we
and
go.
the colors that are reflected in the
Creates that illusion of stuff moving up it continually.
Yeah, super rad. Could you read the thing that it said? Like, is there ability to zoom in?
Yeah.
Do
It
it.
says Guac Institute, Innovation Award, Genetics, Umbrella Corporation.
And what's on the bottom?
That code.
Oh yeah, okay. So L's thin line, squares thick line. I gotta remember that for you.
Alright, so now we're level. So if I just move the stick over this way without tilting it, hopefully it'll just, yeah, do that continually. Nice, nice.
Hey, how you doing, Trophy? You doing pretty nice. You fine.
So I don't suspect we need to keep that on us for any reason, but we'll find out. Uh-oh, another one of these. that I
Murph.
can't do anything with. Murph.
Last time it was Muff.
It was Muff.
I feel like there's something related here. Like, are they connected?
You see that red diagram? I think that's for a device we don't have yet. That's
With the
actually how we
wavelength
activate these things. Yeah.
Yeah, because it does look kind of like there's a nice rectangular slot that's the same shape as that diagram that you could stick the thing into. Hey, wait, is this at the beginning? Is this the cafeteria?
I mean, it appears to be something.
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of the area. Oh, it's the lounge. Okay, the cafeteria was where there was the researcher brain guy. Hey, fire rounds.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He had too many brains than his skull could contain. Rawr.
Damn it.
Rawr,
Called that
rawr.
one.
Oh gosh,
Super
3 of
called
them.
that one.
Yeah, it's a good moment to use it. You all good? The one caught its face on the table.
Stay down, you brats. Got his face on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super
It's
did.
one of those days. We fall asleep at the lunch lounge table.
Ow.
Oh,
Oh no! It's been a minute since we saw one of you boys. How you?
Oh gosh, there's 2 of them! There's 2 of them!
We can't have that.
That grenade, we could have used better, even more.
And is that our first death?
Oh, I think it is. Also, how long has it been since we saved?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Are we gonna have to redo so much stuff?
Let's find out.
Oh no.
If we are, I might be done playing Resident Evil 2 for the night, y'all.
We might switch over to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Just give that an early one, get it on in there. Get back to having a good time instead of a liquor's time.
Yeah.
Are frightfully violent creatures. That's true. There's absolutely no shame in running when you lack the firepower to take one down. And indeed, we just lost all of our progress. Everything
Wait,
we've
check
done
your
tonight
inventory?
has been erased. And that owns. Well, y'all, fuck this.
Royally and
Just as fully as one might.
Yeah.
Thank you.
F in
Thank you,
chat.
F's in chat. Yeah, for my patience and dying. Anyway, okay, all right. So yes, I'm absolutely not thrilled to go through any of this again tonight. We're gonna go ahead and swap. So here's what's gonna happen. So what happened was two lurkers,
Lickers.
not lurkers. We love our lurkers.
Yeah.
We hate our lickers though. And 2 lickers basically jumped out of nowhere, and both of them attacked me viciously, and I super died trying to get away from them. And
That was terrible.
lost all of everything I've done tonight so far.
Yeah, we're
And-
right back where we started at the beginning of the stream.
And now the give a fuck has gone out of my sails. So we're gonna swap a little bit prematurely over to Horizon Zero Dawn. And for those who are not who are new to the stream, what's gonna happen is because normally either one of us would only ever stream stuff on PC because that's just like where most of our stuff is.
Have
We're
our
doing this
webcams
stuff on
and
PS4.
And have our webcam selves up.
Yeah.
And all that.
But since we're doing this on PS4, the PS4 automatically stops broadcasting anything at all when you exit a game while streaming. Like, you can't broadcast the switch, the changeover. So,
There's going to be a momentary
so there's going to be a
lapse.
momentary lapse. The stream's going to go offline, but don't worry, it's not actually over. We will be back within a minute, like a literal clock minute. We'll be right back. You'll see the stream end. Don't go anywhere.
hang in the
It'll
chat.
pop right back up, and we'll be with you shortly.
Yeah, keep each other company while you're waiting for us to return.
And now a message from literally no one.